Hello and welcome to an open the box video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. You may have seen my unboxing of Invasion 44, an introductory game to Panzer Grenadier. Well, I found this quite reasonably priced on eBay, and it is Eastern Front. And this game came out in 2005 and replaced the original Panzer Grenadier that was released in the late 90s and the next one in the series, the Heroes of the Soviet Union. June 1941, German and other Axis forces invaded the Soviet Union, touching off the most intense conflict of modern history. Now you command the troops and tanks in this all-new edition, of the 21st century's most popular tactical war game. German and Romanian forces battle the Red Army in 112 separate scenarios. 112. Now, I'll something to say about that in a moment that I've learnt. All games situations. This easy-to-learn interactive game system will remind you of what war game fun is all about. So, 16 pages of rules. That's the old rules. 112 scenarios. Difficulty level 2, as before. Solitaire play, excellent. Time, 30 minutes to many hours. Number of players, 2. Units, scale, 200 meters per hex. Units are platoons. 660 2/3 of an inch square counters, and 8 11 by 17 heavy cardstock maps. Now, let's have a look. This is partially punched. And there's some in a plastic bag. And here are some of the other counters that haven't been punched yet. There's the Russians. And some markers, minefields, smoke, wreck, disrupted, moved and fired. And they look pretty much the same as the other one. Oops. So, a few more counters than the introductory game. They are nice counters. They're quite thin. And they just want to fall out. Got to be a bit careful. Oh, here we are. So a few of the counters have been punched. Leaders and that. Right, and here is the scenario book. And look. 112 scenarios. I have heard, though, that a lot of these scenarios are unbalanced or they've not been researched properly. They've just been chucked together. But I'll find out myself. 112. This game, Eastern Front, has sort of been republished by Avalanche Press as Fire in the Steppe with only 42 scenarios. So I don't know if they've taken the best 42 scenarios out of here, or they've rewritten the scenarios, but there you go. In here we've got the old player's aids and rules, and you can see here's the old showing its age a bit, but it doesn't matter because I've got that one, or there's another one on Board Game Geek. That's from the Invasion 1944. Here are the fire tables for direct fire, bombardment. So, you know, it's the same sort of thing. And here we've got them, if you haven't seen the unboxing, in the new one, direct fire, anti-tank fire, bombardment. So I'll be using these. That's the good thing. You can buy from what I understand, you can buy the older ones quite reasonably priced that are out of print, and use the new rules. Here's the terrain effects chart. I'll show you the new one again in a minute. Single side, because on the other side is the assault combat chart. But here's the version 5 terrain, or version 4, beg your pardon, rules terrain effects chart. It's, look, so there's a bit more going on. Yeah. And here's the old 2nd edition rules, and they are only 16 pages. But again, I'll be using the 4th edition rules. So that's one bone of contention, was the amount of unbalanced scenarios. So we'll see. The other thing was the some people hated the maps. And here's an example of the maps. They are pretty sort of basic. It's supposed to be the Russian steppe, I suppose. But a lot of people poo-pooed them. The newer designs in the Fire in the Steppe look a bit better. But if you're playing on your own and you can look through that, it's a reasonably priced game with maybe lots of scenarios. And if some are unbalanced, so be it. There we are. Yeah, people are going, oh, look at this, look at it. But, yeah, I can see it, I can see it. But there's 8 maps in this. 8 maps. Which they have reproduced, as I say, in Fire in the Steppe. They've redrawn them. And they are much prettier looking, I'll give them that, yes. But there we are. 8 of these. They're on heavy card as well. And so on and so on. So, that's Eastern Front by Avalanche Press, released in 2005. I'm hoping to get at least the introductory game as a playthrough, but I thought for the price it was worth a shot. So there we go. That's, oh, let's get it in there. That is Eastern Front 2005 by Avalanche Press, a Panzer Grenadier game. Hope you enjoyed it. So, till next time, take care. Goodbye.